Yeah, press the
Do
button.
they fit? Do they is
Don't
it a
know.
bit too strong? A bit strong.
May or may not work.
It's only like 1.5 and 1.25. Isn't it?
Okay.
Not that strong.
We
I'm
like.
blind.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
Okay, right, there we go.
Yeah. Right. Find it on my other screen.
There it is.
Hope everyone's having a good day, evening, wherever we're at now.
Evening, day,
Oh yeah.
Evening, day.
late afternoon.
Evening.
Ham and cheese baguette.
Nice.
Decent.
Hello, Marie.
Smash Brothers for dinner.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
They were pretty naughty.
Nice.
Actually took a picture.
Ooh,
Do the headphones.
that's Instagram worthy. That is
That is Instagram worthy.
lovely.
Leftover meat from the weekend. Sort.
Nice.
Nice and cheap.
Right.
We'll give people a few minutes to join in.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch the live stream.
Camera now.
I'll do it
It's quite
mukbang.
bad, mate. I don't know if I could do it.
No, that's right now.
Yeah.
I have to get it. I've got to stand for it and stuff.
And knock that over.
Mm. Yeah, it's alright. I'm sure it's fine.
Forget I have one now. Use a bad money to get me one.
Well, 20 quid and you get a better one than that.
Yeah, true.
All right, should we kick it off? Or are you still
Go for
eating?
it.
Are you still
You
eating?
fire away.
Me,
I
fire
can
away.
Still cheese spaghetti.
I can get that out.
Yes. Hello, good evening,
Yeah.
everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Right, so tonight. Oh, yeah, and sorry, I'll wait for sorry. So tonight we do have Duskwood, or half of Duskwood, joining us tonight. Fresh off
Hello.
our gig from Yeovil. It was a very good
Yes.
gig. Thank you.
Banging show.
Yeah, it was decent. Yeah, it's good. Good crowd. Good amount
Yeah,
of
man,
people.
enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you
Yeah,
want?
big thanks to anyone who came down to check that out, by the way, because that's our first headliner in Yeovil. We've not done that before, and yeah, there was good numbers, man. Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, good sound. Really good time, I think. Yeah.
It was good.
Right,
Thanks for inviting us.
That's all right. Well, thanks for playing and turning up and playing a very good show.
Thank you.
I think that's the second time we've played with you guys in there, isn't it? We played last year at some point.
Yeah, it was for the Kennick Fest. I think.
Oh,
that was
yeah,
right.
Ah, the
yes.
Kenneth Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a cool show. Who was headlining that? Was
the-
that
it changed.
Sergeant Thunderhoof.
Sergeant Thunderhoof? That's the one.
Thunderhoof,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
They were good fun.
That's right. Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good night, that. We've had it, yeah, it's the second time we've played in there, isn't it? Literally the only two times with you, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't tend to play that many shows in Yeovil anymore, despite being from here.
Don't put many shows at the moment.
No, true that.
How many?
True.
That must have been like the second or third show of the year or something.
I reckon it's the second, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
You guys been writing?
Yeah.
No, I had a baby, so well, not
that'll do
personally,
it.
but yeah, we
Oh,
had
congratulations,
I had my
man. That's massive.
thank you. Yeah, my daughter was born 3 months ago, so we've just been kind of quiet, haven't we? Released the album and then been doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, released the album. Haven't played any shows, just
My bad.
milling along really, I guess. It's all good though.
Yeah.
Our
They
friend
sponsor for
who
it.
had us overnight had a copy of your guys' vinyl. Sounds really nice. The vinyl.
Oh, nice.
I was never sure on the whole vinyl thing, but I was quite convinced. Sounds really good.
Yeah, we're not like Hughes. Our drummer's into. He's got quite a few vinyls, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got quite a stack. Yeah.
I've got a few, but I don't have a vinyl player out at the moment because my son just wrecks it, so
Yeah.
I can't have it out at the moment. But yeah, we were. They came out really well, the vinyls, didn't they?
Yeah, I think we listened to it a couple of times, haven't we? Out on Hughes Player. Sounds decent, I thought.
Yeah, he's got some big old speakers, hasn't
Yeah, those, what do we call it? £25 crackle.
he? Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Not
Yeah.
quite as clean as it is a WAV.
I think your guys'
They look
sound
cool,
really
though.
suits the vinyl. I think it gels really well.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Thank you very much.
And the artwork's good
Appreciate
as well. I like the artwork
Yeah.
from the album as well. It's really cool. is interesting and like like different, but still like almost like classic. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
Kind of what we went for, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we
yeah.
got the three. We did like a three-part kind of story kind of thing.
Called it Saga, didn't we? Like
The saga.
Nomad Saga.
Yeah, about this character and the artist. When we approached him, we kind of said that we wanted 3 types of kind of artwork along a similar theme kind of thing, and he's really, really good. Luca.
Yeah.
So
Luca,
tell us more about that.
Marcello
So
was his name.
writing in theme, obviously, that's something actually we're really into as well. We tend to quite like writing around certain themes, and we're doing a similar sort of thing, like a 3-part storyline, if you will. And so tell us a bit more about that. Dive into your character. But what's the character all about?
You already did. You probably.
Well, yeah, it kind of like because we did an album before which we don't really talk about anymore
Yeah.
due to some very bad production, and
I think the debut album, it didn't really. It sounded good at the time to us, but as we kind of got
yeah,
a bit
we
more
changed
mature and
the sound.
we kind of
It's
realised
a freeze
where the
frame of where
faults
you
were
are
in
at
it.
that point in time, right? So
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it didn't really. I don't think it did us justice.
No, the
No.
songwriting wasn't bad.
No, the
I just
song-
didn't
no.
think we got it down into the medium like we wanted it to be. you know.
Yeah.
But we were a bit more immature as musicians and stuff at the time, so I think that kind of played into a part of it, us just kind of finishing it and putting it out and being proud of it. But on reflection, it really wasn't that good in comparison to what we've kind of done.
Yeah, so we went to Skyhammer Studios in Manchester, which was Skyhammer's gone now, but with Chris Fielding from a band called Conan. He's really, really good, and he just kind of like he was great when he just changed how we kind of looked at recording compared to what we did before, and
absolutely
professional, really. So yeah, we did that, and then we did another EP. So that one was The Long Dark, and then we did another EP after Jack left, our drummer. Then Hugh joined, and we did one called
The Lost Tales.
Lost Tales.
We did that again with Chris Fielding, but we moved to Foal Studio in Wales, middle of nowhere.
Literally in the middle of nowhere.
Literally
never
nothing
best
around
kind though. I
whatsoever.
think you need some level of isolation, don't you? I think.
Yeah.
Well, trying to get the van down the cliff,
God.
basically.
Yeah,
was
right.
like,
It's
it's
shocking.
horrendous. There's like a 6-point turn at one point.
Inching round.
But that was really good.
That was with Chris again in Wales. That was the second part, and then we decided to go with a guy called Neil Kennedy in Ranch Production Studios in Southampton.
Oh yes,
Shit hot.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly the same thing. Shit hot. Here's what he's doing. Here's what he's
Never
talking
been
about.
there, but
He's probably got 400 million gazillion pounds worth of gear in there as well. Once you break it all down, and he knows how to use it as well. So he kind of translated what we had in our heads this time into the production.
Yeah.
Made sure we were on the ball. We nailed all our parts, and we tracked the guitars 6 times this time for the album. So the first one was double tracked, second one was quad tracked, and then we, I guess, hexatracked it. I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
We tracked it 6 times, which meant I was in a hole for about 6 days straight, just playing rhythms, going stir crazy. But when it all came together and he reamped everything, it sounded juicy and fat, which is kind of what we wanted. And it's quite interesting in a way because everyone says, "Oh, you guys got such a fuzzy tone. It's so super fuzzy." But I just want to say we don't use any fuzz whatsoever. It's just
No fuzz pedals at all.
Just the amps, just the amps and the blend. It's quite funny in a way that people have this perception of stoner rock and it's super fuzzy and juicy, but
you don't use any
fuzz.
They are good. Yeah.
You can't get it to work, probably, can it?
I hate fuzz actually. Yeah,
you can't do
I
it,
have
can
a
you?
really, really bad relationship with fuzz. So
yeah, so it kind of the way things were produced. So kind of the first EP was really fuzzy, kind of, and it kind of like basically we had a story of it's all fiction, like a space cowboy that was kind of traveling through time and space, like observing like the start of man and things like that, and just different things through like a fictional kind of character, and it gave us a bit of focus, I think, to kind of like, I don't know,
Yeah,
with the
bring a bit of cohesion to the
Yeah,
writing process. I think really.
And life's bad enough, like to sing about it. It's you might as well sing about something else. We
Yeah.
find anyway.
Agreed, man, yeah.
Some of us are like fantasy fans and stuff like that, so it's kind of it's kind of went along with that. But
Yeah.
each album changed like differently, especially with the production. Like the older one almost sounded a bit older as well.
Yeah, definitely.
It was kind of it was fuzzier. It was kind of a little bit more lo-fi, I guess, but it was still the vocals were really clear and things like that.
Definitely.
But as it went on, then the next one went a bit more modern, and then the album's it's got a much more modern sound than kind of what we've done before, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Which kind of followed the story as it kind of went through. So
That's
we were really
absolutely
happy with it.
awesome, yeah.
Kind of. Yeah, thanks, man.
I think it's
Yeah,
really interesting writing around a subject matter like that, like especially something that's purely come from your guys' brains. Isn't it? It's like I think it makes it more unique, and there's obviously a lot of different writers that write to write a hit song, and for me that gets a little bit boring. Like it can be fun to play with every now and then, I guess, but it's way more interesting if you get to actually explore your own mind a bit as you're writing the songs, and I think that's what people are gonna probably cotton on to a bit more as well.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we don't. Luckily for us, we don't do any of the lyric writing because we are terrible, aren't we?
I can't sing. I've got the worst voice known to man, so
Well, me as well.
I did have a mic on Saturday, on Friday, so I don't know why I had a mic, but I did have one, so that was fun. But we leave the lyrics to Liam. Every now and again, I'll try and give him a bit of something, and he'll either go, "Yeah, I could use that," or "What are you talking about, mate? That sounds awful. Can't use that in a song." So, I think it's quite a bit of a tough time because we theorize these names of these songs. We'll say, "Oh, this song's called."
It could be about this.
Yeah, like for example, off the new album, we've got a song called "Gammon Lord," and I don't even know how to begin to explain how that name came around. I think it
you
was
should try though. I really want to know. What the hell is Gammon Lord?
So I think it came from like I must have watched Toy Story recently before then, and like there's a thing called like they say like Gamma Quadrant or something in that, don't they? And then I thought about we dubbed these song names, we're writing them as like a bit of a code name, didn't we? Sometimes you come up with little
all in capitals as
all
well.
in capitals, yeah. You save it, dot Reaper project or whatever, and come back to it later on, and then sometimes the name just sticks and never really moves on. So. So we had a few.
That was one
songs like that. We had another song called it's called She Calls now, but originally we were going to try and call it Chase and Space Us.
We were never going to call it that.
That got beaten out.
I imagine some arguments were had over that one.
It's literally about a space chase, though, so it kind of made sense. But well, I looked at it and I was like, that does not fit with anything ever. But it's still the title we go with when we call out the song kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, definitely.
the unofficial song title.
But yeah, Liam has to deal with the song names and try and come up with concepts sometimes that work around the ideas that we've kind of posed to him. So
Yeah,
he's got the hard job, really, isn't he? In a way.
yeah, we just pretend to play riffs and stuff and put things together, and then he just comes in and changes it all, rips what we've done apart usually, and makes it sound better.
Yeah.
There's a certain thing with how do you guys write? Does one of you do the lot, or kind of?
No, there's a few different ways we go about it. I mean, myself and Stevie tend to come up with a lot of the concepts. So a lot of the time it'll be either a hook or a riff. Anything. It can really, as you guys know, stem from any part. Really, it could be drum part, it could be vocals, whatever. But yeah, a lot of the time the concept sort of comes quite naturally to us because we're very image-based writers. When we're writing songs, we're very much already thinking about how the music video could look, maybe how the artwork could look. What can we do with this sound to make it make sense visually as well and be exciting. And exciting to us mainly, really. Otherwise, why do it?
Yeah. You got to enjoy what you do, don't you?
Yeah, damn right. So what we'll do is we'll come out with, and very much I try to make it so we're going to write the song, don't fuck with it until we've written something, and then we'll come back afterwards and review. Because I don't know about you guys, I find it really annoying. Like if I'm working on a piece and they're like, "Oh, you need to change it to this," it's like, wait, let us get it out of the brain first, all right? Once it's out of the brain and it's on paper or it's on audible recording, that's when we can go back and chisel away and change it if we need to. Yeah, that's kind of the way we do things anyway.
Yeah, I think we've changed over the years really, because we've gone a lot more kind of digital now. Because Greg's luckily got this lovely studio that we're in that we kind of do stuff now. But we
Gets
just
warm though, doesn't
it does get very hot in here.
Gets very warm with 4 of us and they're sweating out on a Friday afternoon, Friday evening.
Yeah. So we kind of, like, one of us, more so you now than me, but come up with basically a riff and then just build a song basically, don't we?
Yeah.
And then put it into some software, and then much to Hugh's chagrin, he doesn't like drum tracks, but we just as a base of what it's going to kind of the speed or the something. He would never play what they play, but and then
conceptualize how the parts can kind of shake out, haven't you? Really, is it going to be
Yeah,
fast
for sure.
driving, or is it going to be a tom section, or
yeah.
So, we try and fill those blanks in at the start,
Yeah.
and then kind of kick it over to Hugh for a bit more of a drum creative license to take it and make it better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
very
we end up
similar
getting
thing.
like, yeah, we end up getting a lot of like song, don't we? And most of it we don't use. Like, there'll be a bit that sounds great when you're playing at home, and then you get into a band and you're like, holy shit, that sounds crap,
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
or like Liam will turn up and go, I can't sing shit to that,
Yeah,
It's
it's not going to work at all.
yeah, which
That's,
happens a lot.
That's a
And
hard one for
it's
guitarists.
just how it is, isn't it?
Leaving space for the vocals. Guitarists struggle with that, I think, in general.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a hard one,
Definitely,
that.
especially when you can't sing as well. If you're not doing it all, then yeah, like knowing when to not play is difficult.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean,
yeah.
I'd say we're a pretty kind of slow band at producing music, aren't we? We don't come out with an absolute crap load of songs.
Yeah, true. We don't.
But
really.
we do take a lot of time on the songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're the same. There's really two kinds of band, I think.
Yeah.
There's the Coldplay kind of bands. They'll write like 300 songs for an album, or you can be one of those bands who, like, the songs you've written are the songs you release. And I think I was listening to an interview with, I think it was Bring Me the Horizon of all bands, and they're very much like that. They don't have spare songs. They don't have songs that don't make the album. They chisel away and keep constructing it until they're happy with it, and then they'll move on to the next one. I think I prefer that. I think that's more fun.
Yeah, I think we're probably the same, aren't we? When we recorded the album, we had the 8 tracks we wanted to get down, and we perfected them, crafted them, went through.
Yeah.
And we probably chopped 4 or 5 out, maybe. That
I suppose we've probably, over the years, we've probably got around 2 albums worth of songs that we've never used, like, because they've just they're saved on a file on the computer somewhere in an old hard drive. Like, it's just you write it and you think, yeah, this sounds amazing. This is like the best thing, and then you play it and you're like, actually, no.
It's so important to get those out, I think. It's exercise.
It is,
isn't it?
yeah.
It's exercise for songwriting. It's like going to the gym.
Yeah.
Same sort of thing.
We're actually like, we're kind of writing ish at the moment. We've got a base around like 10 songs, I guess, of kind of like ideas and things like that. And a couple of them are actually ones that we're bringing back, kind of thing, from years ago. We played them live a few times, and they didn't make the albums, so now we're thinking actually we can make them sound better.
Yeah,
and
I think we're trying to do a bit more of ourselves, like a bit more production ourselves as well, which means we can afford that time to take the chance on bringing back an old song that didn't used to work and playing around with it, seeing if we can make it better, seeing if we can make it work.
Yeah.
Purely because it's not going to cost us a dime to do it. Whereas if you're going to go to a studio and pay a producer X amount per day for his time, you got to be happy to commit that money. And when you don't have to commit the money, you can kind of take a chance on things that aren't really things you wouldn't normally do. So
and I think with our like style of music and the genre that we play in, nothing has to be like super polished anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, the drums always have to sound really good, but like
that's the hardest part.
That is the hardest bit. But like, like we've got a Universal Aux box, which is like amazing for guitar, which we even used with Neil as well while we were there.
Yeah, he tracked everything through the amps for real and through cabs and through the aux, didn't he? So you had all the options, but just means you can rip a solo in a room through your monitors without it having to be 4,000 decibels,
Well, you've got to
blow the windows out.
You've got a very loud mat amp, haven't you?
I do have a very loud mat amp,
which is the studio only amp.
Yeah, that never comes up. It never will do. I can't use it live. Actually, I no idea how to even use it. because I just can't get the tone I want. But in the studio, gain to full tits, and then it just does what I want. It's perfect for that, but it will never leave the studio because I can't get a good clean tone out of it, and it's just got one channel. Obviously, we do quite a lot of clean, slow, ethereal sections maybe, and then whack it on. I don't have the pedals to deal with it really. My Laney that I use is just 2-channel. I don't use any distortion or gain pedals for it. I just have the amp cranked to where I want it to, and then foot switch it back to the clean channel when we've got to sort of dime it down really. So, but yeah, sorry, it's a bit of a sidetrack there. But
That's cool.
no, we've got a few things we can do ourselves now, and we're slowly building up bits and pieces to supplement that, and try and get to a professional level of quality, aren't we? Really?
Yeah, we've just got this electric kit as well, so we can like practice. Because we've always practiced in like halls and things like that. Like in Yeovil, there's no like studios to practice in and things like that.
The nearest one's about a 25-minute drive, isn't it? Really,
and it's money.
Obviously, it's £27 a practice. £9 an hour, which isn't crazy. But when you're going to do that, if you've got like a touring circuit coming up or a few gigs, and you want to practice twice a week for a month before you hit the road, then that's what, £200, isn't it? Really,
we're very similar on that. I've got the electric kit. I put it through Pro Tools. We've got the keys as well. If we're programming drums, really specific parts, we use that. But yeah, in terms of rehearsals around here, it tends to get upwards. I mean, if we do the stage room at £60 for 4 hours, it's a nightmare. It's like it gets expensive quick, and the gear's not all that anymore.
For that practice.
Exactly that, and what we tend to do now is like we'll rehearse here and we'll write here. And then if we've got shows coming up, we'll go into the live room for like one session before the gig. And that just gets us obviously back into that live environment, gives us all a proper like gear check over and everything. We go for like full performance setup and everything. Make sure all the in-ears are working and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's the best way to go, man. I think it's becoming more and more accessible, isn't it? So I'm really glad it is as well. I can't imagine how hard it was back in the day to just have to buy out a rehearsal room every single time.
Yeah.
We've been fairly lucky over the years. Like we've like borrowed some places to practice for free for a long time,
We did. We get lucky for a long time, but
and then we've been practicing in a village hall, like as and when we need to, kind of. I mean, we've been practicing for like once a week, basically for like 6-7 years, I guess. So it's a lot of practice, and if we were paying for that all the time, we wouldn't be a band, basically.
Yeah,
the village hall thing was quite funny because they didn't but we didn't mean to pay, but they didn't send us an invoice for like 2 years, and then they just dropped us a message saying, "Oh, by the way, you owe 700 quid." We're like,
Cool.
Luckily, we all put like X amount into the band account each month anyway, just to make sure we've got money for merch when we want to get merch done. We obviously don't make it a crazy amount through sales at the moment to make it self-sustaining. That would be the dream, wouldn't it? Have a self-sustaining merch profile. We're not quite there just yet, so we do top it up.
Subscription fee, we call it, isn't it?
The subscription fee, yeah. Pay to play. Pay to win.
Don't get started on that.
Yeah. Music industry is very much pay to win, though. So if we were millionaires, we'd be fucking flying. Well, a lot of us, like everyone here, I think. Yeah, man, yeah. It's like I think there's something a bit more exciting about going from the bottom up, though. Like the sort of grassroots effect, I think, is really exciting. I was listening to It was this country artist was on an interview recently. He was talking about he was like super lucky because he went from basically the American military straight into stardom. He didn't have to play any small venues or anything because he put out a few like recordings and records while he was in the military, and it did really well, and he had no idea till he got back essentially, and then just went straight on tour into sort of like not arenas but not small, like 2,000 plus gigs, which is wild. But he also did say that like on the road and in America especially, they seem to have a little less respect for him because he never did that, which is weird, right? Because I mean, to me, it's like absolutely like more power to the guy for doing it. I do understand, I guess, where that comes from. That sort of cutting your teeth on these smaller gigs give you so much experience in how to like handle a crowd, and especially with like 10 people in the room. If it's a small show like that, that's harder than playing to 1,000 people any day, isn't it?
Yeah. I think like back in the day when we started playing, we'd play these gigs, and I think we played the Fleece in Bristol on a Tuesday night.
Oh, Jesus
It was
Christ.
4 people there, which was, I think, the sound guy, the barman,
And a
Yeah.
girlfriend,
and
wasn't
the
it?
girlfriend, tagging along or whatever. It was,
Oh, that's horrendous.
and they say, it's £10 a ticket, and you try and flog these tickets to your mates to come along on a Tuesday night. When you're playing at 7 o'clock and everyone's
Yeah.
finishing work at 6, they're like,
Yeah.
"How are we going to get to Bristol from Yeovil in an hour to watch you play when I finish at this time?" And yeah, I think there's something sobering about looking back and thinking, well, we've done all of that, we've had that experience, but
Yeah.
come through it, and we still want to play, do the same stuff.
That's a
over and over
test,
again,
isn't
'cause
it? I mean,
happened.
we always call it when it's not a busy show. We just say it's a paid rehearsal. That's how it is to us. It's like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also because
Yeah.
we rehearse we sort of rehearse to performance degree, so roughly work out what I'm going to say between songs and stuff. Anyway, for me, it's like all of it's really useful, especially with the smaller crowds. If I can work up 4 people and make it the night of their lives, as about you guys, then I think you're onto a winner there. And you come away feeling good afterwards, irrespective of how many people are in the room. And
Yeah,
the
exactly.
small
I mean-
guys will come to the next one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
definitely. Yeah.
As long as you're getting through to some people, it's making a difference to someone that's going to tell someone that's going to tell someone else. Isn't it? It's
Hopefully, yeah, man, that's it.
just
And
how it is.
so if we can go back a bit just to your guys' songwriting, I just want to talk a bit about your influences. We've not really talked about that yet. So you guys just name like 3 of your favorite bands each, or something like that, that influence your style of music specifically.
Well, it's influenced our music. I mean, for a long time, I didn't listen to any bands at all similarly to what we kind of play these days. Back in the day, I used to be proper like Trivium, Trivium through and through,
Asking
In
Alexandria.
Flames, all the classic metalcore, Lamb of God sort of stuff.
There's nothing wrong with them. They're still fine.
Yeah, they're still fantastic bands.
Yeah.
But and I still do love them. To be fair, like still my go-to is a lot of those albums. But when we started, I think you probably showed me a few more bands.
Liam as well.
Liam, yeah, when we started transitioning doing cover stuff into our own music, I think I quite quickly latched onto 1,000 Mods being the one that I probably vibed with the most, because their stuff is quite easy to play in a way, and
Yeah.
that makes it quite accessible to someone. Like I'm not a super good at all,
Oh, you are. Okay.
but I just like playing. If I can pick up a song and play it, I think that means that's a good song. It's a catchy song. You can play it without really looking at tabs, and you're like bang straight in there. And then you just, before you know it, you've listened to the album so many times, and then you're playing through the album without even looking at tabs. And
Yeah.
I just really enjoyed that. So I think
That's
1,000
awesome.
Mods really stuck with me for quite a while, and they kind of definitely shook themselves out into some of our writing, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely.
That for sure is a really good point. I think you raised in terms of songwriting. I know we have a few other bands and stuff listening to this sometimes. So just from a songwriting perspective, I think it's a really good point there, that like if you could have someone pick up your song and play it, maybe not as good as you, hopefully, but if they can pick it up and play it and learn it, then that's like a really good sign that your song's quite strong to me. I mean, you look at some of the most popular bands in the world that have, I mean, I don't like Oasis, but their dues are what they deserve what they've got, because they really did work on the songwriting, and it's very much anyone can pick up and learn that in a few days, and a lot of people were inspired to. One I quite like for that is Green Day, because I think I was a drummer before I was on vocals, and one of the big things I learned from Green Day is Trey Cool's drumming. It's very simple in the verses and everything. It's always like just a good punk beat, and every now and then he'll just do like a really interesting fill or something that makes it sound like just him. And no matter how well you learn those covers, you never sound as good as that guy playing that song. But it's really replicable, and I think that's a massive selling point. And that's the reason it's in like rock school grading systems and stuff like that. Wouldn't that be the dream to get your song in one of those? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But the publishing rights are insane. That'd be so.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
grade 1 drums.
Sorted for
and
life.
It's Green Day, so yeah, you just get absolutely
Yeah.
You're minted.
fat stacks from those fills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, so yeah, I guess we always like list a couple other bands as well, but
It's
yeah.
difficult, isn't it? When you kind of say who are you influenced by, who this is like, you're almost influenced by everybody. Like
Yeah.
everything that you listen to, there's too many to kind of. So you almost kind of go, oh, we're influenced by this band, but we don't sound a thing like that band, you know.
Yeah.
like as a band, I'd say probably Caius is probably like Caius and the Thousand Mods are probably the closest.
They're definitely two.
Early
yeah.
Queens of the Stone Age, possibly on a couple songs.
They're regular John, that sort of era.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But and like Wolf Mothery kind of feel on the fast parts, I guess. The vocals aren't anything obviously like Wolf Mother, but it's
The vocals to me were
I
very
know
sort of Chris
Hughes-
Cornell, Soundgarden kind of area.
yeah, I
Fantastic.
think that's
Yeah, Liam gets
that's
likened to Chris Cornell all the time, doesn't he? Or John Garcia.
John Garcia and Chris
Yeah,
Cornell.
That's some funny
That's
comments.
not a
on,
bad place to be.
one of
That.
Not bad.
on the-
Not bad
the
at all.
YouTube uploads of our album. Someone said, "Chris, is that you? I thought they said you died." Like tell that to Liam and just
The head explodes.
Yeah.
yeah,
It grows and
pretty-
grows.
He's very level-headed, to be fair. He doesn't really let that get to him, but he does get called John Garcia a lot, which I don't know how he deals with because after a while it must get a bit. Yes, I know I've got a similar voice, but
Yeah, it's just how it is.
but it's just how it is. Yeah, definitely.
It's,
But-
imagine it's just like when someone says they can play the triangle in your band.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably still get the timer wrong though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, what did they like? Because I'm quite tall. I always got like, oh, did they put you in a grow bag when you're younger? It's like,
Oh,
obviously
yeah.
not. They didn't put me in a grow bag, you know.
There's not enough soil in a grow bag. Come on, don't be.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. But as a band, I know Hugh's a massive Kings of Leon fan. Old school Kings of Leon, sorry. So,
Yeah, it was he said, "Old school Kings of Leon and get the fuck out."
Yeah.
Excuse my language, but that's his motto, I think.
This is motto in life, I think.
Yeah, he loves old school Kings of Leon. We're trying to wind him up saying "Sex on Fire" is their greatest hit, but he just goes red with rage every time you even mention it. So
I
that's
can
quite
understand
funny.
why. Yeah.
Giving up arguing now, though.
Yeah, yes. But yeah, he loves all that sort of stuff. He loves a bit of Kings of Leon,
Fu Manchu as well. He
Fu
likes Fu
Manchu,
Manchu. Yeah.
who does Lonely Boy? Black Keys.
Yeah, Black
Black
Keys.
Keys.
And...
He loves Fatboy Slim as well, I think, and he loves Rod Stewart, I think, as well. So,
I can't
Quite
get
a
on board with that.
variation. Yeah.
but yeah,
Sorry.
he's got quite a diverse music taste. To be fair, he does like a lot of stuff. But
Yeah, I think because I mean we've been around like we're fair. You're not as old as me, but like you go through stages of liking different music, don't you? Kind of, I don't know. I've always liked rock since I got Songs for Death from Queens of the Stone Age, really. Like, and then you kind of move through. I went down the metalcore route and down the indie route and down loads of other things. Kind of, yeah, the bravery. And then you kind of find your kind of niche, don't you, of what you listen to, and then you just keep listening to it. And like within our like genre, there's quite a good like underground kind of, especially in America, kind of scene of music that's pretty like easy to listen to, but also really really good riffy stuff. And Ripple Music, who we're with now, are like pioneers of that. Really, all their music they put out is just like spot on, really, for like what we play with. There was a comment on one of our YouTubes where someone said this album could only be on Ripple Music, kind of thing, and it was like, yeah, that's what kind of we aimed for them, really, didn't we? As well,
Yeah, we
this
did.
album, hopefully
Yeah.
with the next one, and yeah, they're brilliant. Todd's like awesome as a bloke. It's great.
yeah.
We wouldn't have had the
And
vinyls without
How
the
did you
label
get in
kind of
touch
thing.
with those guys then? Was that something that you guys set up, or did they pick you out?
We kind of when we released the first EP, we got quite a lot of traction from a YouTube channel, which
I think he's been disgraced now, hasn't he?
yeah, he's not the greatest person in the world, I believe. But at the time he got us a lot of exposure, really.
Yeah, it did explode on his channel. We went from like the uploads around our sort of video at the same time. They probably had between 5 to 10,000 listens, and I think ours was getting close to just over 100k.
It was over 100k.
It was over
It was
100k.
150k.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Fantastic. Yeah.
it did really well for some reason.
Yeah, people kind of enjoyed it. And
Yeah, it did.
it was good.
Say for some reason, yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
EP actually, but
And then we kind of contacted a couple labels, kind of thing within the genre, just say, "Oh, are you interested in working with us?" kind of thing for the next EP. And at the time, Todd was really like keen, but they don't put out EPs. So he
Yeah,
was
they
more
put
in.
out
He was
the-
more interested in kind of like, yeah, if you do an album, we'll be kind of keen to kind of get on board, kind of thing.
Nice.
And yeah, as soon as we kind of wrote the album, I contacted him, and he was all over it, kind of thing. Yeah, he said, "Yeah, brilliant, get it done, send it over. We'll get you on the label, kind of thing." And that is really good.
Yeah, yeah. Really,
Um,
really supportive of it, like every step, wasn't he? Really, he didn't.
Yeah,
Didn't have
it's-
a word to say.
no, he's great. He's
He was
great.
ace.
But he is in America. He's in America, and our music kind of in the UK, it's more geared towards the kind of American and European market, I guess.
Yeah.
Just from the comments we get and where we send stuff.
Yeah, I do all the shipping for like what we send out, and I don't send the occasional thing to the UK, but most of the vinyls went to
German.
Germany, America, Australia.
Yeah.
Which is insane when you're sending these vinyls out and you go on the Royal Mail and it says put in the country of origin and you're typing in Iceland and it's like Iceland mainland or is it an island? So you got
Yeah.
I don't know, fucking no idea. So you go and Google the address you've got in Bandcamp and you're like this dude in
Lives there.
Yeah, just
Middle of Finland,
yeah,
like
just somewhere.
Up a bloody
Um,
mountain or something.
yeah,
it's
literally. Some of
crazy.
them were like, there was one like backlog that was in Russia, and I was like, I don't even know how to write the address. Like,
Yeah.
I
It's
hope
a
it
whole
gets
other
there.
alphabet, right?
It's where in the backwards form.
Yeah, it's in Cyrillic. I was like, oh god.
But yeah, I mean, it's amazing. It's a really good feeling to be like just shipping these vinyls out all around the world, and you slap them in the packet, put it together, and you think, please, just some postman, don't try and squeeze it in those, those little circular pigeonhole boxes that they've all got in America. And you're like, just I'm not writing fragile all over it. Like, just please be respectful. Because I've seen some pictures of people who've got vinyls through. And they're all bent to shit, and you're just like, oh man.
Oof,
And then we've got to ship it again, probably, because we don't have any. Maybe Royal Mail will probably do, but luckily we've not had a problem with any of them.
We got in touch with Dan from Sergeant Thunderhoof, who he runs Pale Wizard label in Bath, and basically asked him, how the hell do you ship your vinyls? And he just put us onto this company, and we haven't had any trouble, have we?
None at all, no.
So it's been good.
I had so many deliveries like scheduled, like collections from the post office, and I put them all in my outside storage unit, which is above our washing machine, just because I'm never in for them to collect it. And I met the postie one day, and they're like, "What the hell are you actually sending? What are these things?" And I'm like, I'll come and show you if you want. I showed him these vinyls. I was like, "Do you want one?" Like, nah, you don't. It's cool to see what it actually is.
Yeah.
But yeah, we sold quite a few of the vinyls, a few t-shirts recently.
Yeah, I think we just tend to do better abroad than the UK.
Yeah.
The UK is very. I don't know how you guys find it. It's like you almost have to be on the side of the extreme to be kind of getting a lot of traction. We
There
find.
seems to
I
be a
don't
bit of
know
that.
if that's a bit of a.
I
I don't
think
know.
so.
That's just from looking at it.
Yeah, there's definitely a bit of that for sure. I mean, we're only just really starting to spread out and really get around the country a bit more. We've started in the southwest as our first sort of territory that we want to get fans in. Hence, the sort of headlining mini tour this weekend.
Yeah.
We're starting to pick up pockets now of sort of areas where we know there'll at least be sort of 20, 30, in some cases 40 or 50 people that will turn up fairly consistently. So for us, it's that sort of slow grind at the minute, building that up, and I guess them sort of bringing their friends or there being just a randomer there that happens to do the same. But yeah, it's certainly a slow process, and I think in terms of like booking agents and stuff, I'm not too sure. A lot of booking agents seem to be very genre specific now. They'll be, we only do this sort of like, it's only post metal hardcore with a hint of mathcore, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's not really a generalist out there, you know.
No. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting. I didn't mean it as kind of like everyone should be doing that. It's for the booking, for the getting these shows. It seems like you have to be on that kind of that path, which people turn up for it, don't it? It's great.
It's also
it'd be nice to have a bit more
now,
shows.
Yeah, it's like obviously the sort of
we booked some for May next year, didn't we? Like recently.
Have we?
I think so. Yeah.
What was that?
I can't remember. I was in the calendar. Someone said, "Are we free like May 30th next year?"
Oh yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
like,
That was
"Probably."
last year we put that
Let
as
me
well.
just check my calendar a minute. Yeah, there's
Maybe.
nothing in it.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
with-
I think it's
with-
the holdover from the lockdowns, isn't it? There's a lot of
Yeah.
obviously there's a lot of hunger, a lot of
Yeah.
new bands as well, and a lot of bands who are rare and ready to go after just being indoors for so long. And it was like, I think also the venues then are like, let's book everything we possibly can and make as much
Yeah.
money out of these bastards as we can. But yeah, I think massive holdover from that means it's like you have to book so far in advance. Festivals are booking 1-2 years ahead at least. You know, it's like really
Yeah.
wild. It's
That's
hard,
the
man.
thing where I literally went through like a list of festivals to apply to like this week, and I was just like, oh god, there's just so many, and yeah, you're probably looking 2 years down the line now. Like
Yeah.
it's like, oh god.
That means
But
you've got
it's
every
getting
2 year
replies
plan
from
in
people as well,
place,
isn't it?
and yeah, I mean it's a very low
Yeah.
reply rate, so like 5 to 10%, I think is the average, something like that. So it's low, yeah.
It's just how it
And
is,
that's
isn't
not
it?
even a
I mean,
yes
they
every
must
time. You
get
know?
so many requests though. They must just get hammered by
Oh, yeah.
bands like
Oh,
all
for
day,
sure.
every day. Be like, "Can we play? Can we play? Can we play?"
And on
Which
top
is
of
why I
that,
think
probably
having an
automated
agent-
spam as well, because their spam
Yeah.
filters are
Yeah.
gonna be shit.
True.
They got to let in a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But we don't have an agent at all, do we? We do all of
No.
our own bookings, and you know it's great, but
It's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work.
Hard,
You know,
man.
You're emailing all the time, and
Yeah.
it's difficult. Kind of. Maybe we should look at doing that.
I think booking
Balance,
agents-
isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
It's like the next thing for us, especially. I mean, we've done a show with Jodie Bowie, who runs Nozfest. That was really cool. Since then, we've not done too much with her, but that's only obviously certain territories anyway. What we want is like a good general UK booking agent who might be able to help us network with someone in Europe next. And then eventually, America obviously is the big one. If you can get out to the States, I feel like that's where you're going to start actually making some buck. You know what I mean? And pushing your music out quite wide. Especially you guys, like you say, very
Yeah.
American sort of sound to it. But with that British twist to it, I think you guys will pop off in America if you get out there, you know.
That's what Todd keeps saying.
yeah,
Yeah, man, you
once
guys turn up with
once
English
it gets out
accents
there.
and sing the way you do, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you're gonna do all right, I reckon.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think
bloody hell, mate! Let's have a song.
Hello.
Bottle of water for me, please.
The old
Gotta do that,
train.
hello.
All right, governor.
This
Right,
next
no.
song's about gammon. They
Yeah,
won't know
but
what gammon is, will they?
I
What
think
the fuck?
we got played on like an Australian podcast, that song, and like they just didn't have a clue what the hell we were talking about. And there's a girl on there. She's like, "Oh, gammon," and the guy was like, "I don't think it means what to me." I was just like, "Oh yeah."
In Australian slang, I believe gammon means like Lord of Tack or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Like a person who's super tacky.
Oh,
I
nice.
So yeah,
Just
so-
means ham over it.
Yeah, they were confused to what it meant, and they thought it was something to do with like some geezer who's so proper tacky and stuff. But yeah, it didn't mean.
I get
anything
really
like that,
confused
so-
about slow cooking a human or something, isn't it?
Love a good gammon joint.
Yeah, man. Oh, I had a good one the other day from Salisbury Market, but oh, I'm hungry now.
Another cheese baguette on the menu then.
Oh, that
Cheese
was
and
nice. The ham and cheese was
Ham,
good.
man.
Yeah, that was all right. It's
was a
not.
good
It's not a
choice.
gammon joint though, is it? You know.
No, it's not. We call that a chamwich, don't we?
You do,
Chamwich.
Derry Lee.
Verily. Warm ham. Oh, go on then.
It
Fun
makes
was.
perfect sense. Yeah. Haven't heard that.
Terrible. Yeah, we're kind of looking to maybe get out in around the UK, aren't we, in November?
Yeah.
There's another band on Ripple Music, who are UK, and they're like a kind of a step above where we are, kind of thing. And we're going to get on board with them, I think, in November to try and get some dates.
Yeah. A few weekends.
Yeah, we've got to try and find one in the southwest on the 17th, and that, I think.
Hard though, isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
a lot of places are booked up as well, so it's. Ugh.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
But,
and like I say, the lack of
yeah.
replies makes it much harder.
Yeah,
17th of November.
Just don't think. Yeah.
it'd be good to get out there. We did a couple of dates. Was it this year? No, it was last year, wasn't it? We went to Nottingham and Bradford.
That was last year. Yeah.
Yeah, we played in. There's a venue called Tap and Tumbler in Nottingham.
Oh,
That was cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool venue. Yeah, if you guys like venture up, try and get in there. They're really good. It's really good in there. It's like a rock pub, but it's just good.
That's when we got asked to play, wasn't it? Next year. That was the one, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
That was what popped up. Yeah.
Yeah.
What popped up. Yeah. They were
And then-
back there next year again.
And then we played in Bradford at Idlefest with there's a band called Cyclona, who used to be on Ripple Music. They've kind of soared it up now, haven't they? And the guitarist Phil's like a great guy, and we played a show up there on like a Sunday night, wasn't it?
It was,
But it was brilliant. And then drove back.
Yeah, it's really packed, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really, really good. Which made it all worthwhile, really. When you go on tour or whatever, and you get those shows that just make it like kind of worthwhile. It's really good.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of traveling, but it's worth it. Like
I like the days in between, to be fair, as well. Like,
Oh, yeah.
In between, we went to Sheffield on the Saturday. We watched the ice hockey, didn't we?
yeah,
And then went out a few beers afterwards, and like just nice to have a weekend away with the band boys, just doing what we want, chilling,
Yeah.
and
it was good.
like it makes it kind of a bit of a holiday almost.
Does feel like
Yeah,
it feels like
can't take it
adventuring,
too
doesn't
aside,
it? I
but-
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does, yeah. And you were all in the van as well, and ripping the shit out of each other. It's brilliant, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
and debating who's going to drive this leg, so the other boys can have a beer or whatever. It's.
It wasn't you driving, was it?
No, I'm not sure.
You were asleep. We played in Scotland a few years ago, and Greg got a bit drunk on the last night and slept the whole way back. He like woke up and it was like, "Oh, in Birmingham, I'm gonna go back to sleep," and then literally woke up outside his house.
It's my superpower.
And we were all there like wired like that, like
Yeah.
3 in the
That's
morning.
basically
and
Stevie
he's
and
there,
Callum
like,
on every fucking show.
Yeah.
Callum doesn't drive, and
We
Stevie
came
just
back from-
breaks all his cars, so he's given up on cars now.
Well, also, I just have like 3
We
beers,
came
and I'm
back
just like,
from.
Nice.
So we came back from London, and I fell asleep before we even got to the end of the drive where we were parked. And then I woke up as we turned into our road, and I was like, "Oh, that was bloody fantastic! That was. I feel fantastic now."
Perfect.
Great.
I was grumbling like, "You bloody dickhead."
You did drive to France, though.
I did drive to France last year, yeah, and I drove most of the way. To be fair.
We
That's
played
quite
at
a
like
journey,
the
though.
most awesome festival in France last year called West Hill Fest.
Oh, it's amazing
Oh,
for
yeah.
us. Yeah, we had such a good time.
Yeah,
We were on quite early, but there was still like for us the biggest crowd.
1,000
we've ever
people,
played
wasn't it? I think it was 1,000 there when we were there.
That's awesome.
to. It was
It was amazing. Yeah.
a bit scary.
Where's the
but
picture? You got your picture in it?
No, not put it up.
It's gone.
I got you those pictures. I didn't get myself one.
Oh.
Selfless man.
Yeah, that was amazing. Like that just made it completely worthwhile. It was a long way. Greg drove and Liam drove quite a long way,
I
but
got a flash by a speed camera.
about 5
I was in
times.
France like for 5 minutes. I only got flashed once and was like, shit. I spent the next like 3 days or 3 weeks fretting I was going to get, a court day from the French gov through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily.
I don't know if they can or not. Do they have jurisdiction or?
No, they can't anymore. No.
So you can just go as fast as you want and you go over there.
The thing about Brexit
I'm
is
gonna
they
fucking
can't,
They can't chase
they
you
can't get us anymore.
unless they get you over there, isn't it?
Yeah, if they catch you, then they'll take you to court and bang you up. But unless you give them a bit of a backhander, I think you can
Yeah.
you can pay them off. Apparently, is what I've heard.
Apparently.
Apparently, but yeah, no, the festival was amazing. To be fair, wasn't it? It was hell of a good time. We
What was that
we
one
had-
called,
we
sorry?
played a really good set. It's called West Hill Fest.
West Hill Fest?
Westill.
Yeah,
It's near Nantes,
Nantes.
isn't it?
Don't know how to pronounce that.
It's near. You know where?
Nantes?
Do you know where Hellfest is in France, roughly?
Vaguely.
It's like around that area kind of thing. But yeah, that was brilliant.
There were a lot
Like,
of Hellfest t-shirts. Was
Yeah.
yeah.
it's really close. I've been to Hellfest before, and it's very close. But yeah, I just met such like great people, and like it was the first kind of time we felt kind of like, yeah, we kind of feel like a proper band.
Yeah, it
kind
was
of
really
thing.
nice.
Because like we got there and like there was accommodation, there was free beer, free food, free like everything in this green room. We were like, what the hell? We had like people looking after us and stuff as well, and we were like,
beer, do you want a beer? It was like,
Oh, cater is the
Forward
best. Yeah.
oh, go on then.
Hugh was absolutely trashed by the end.
He was battered, yeah.
He was running around shouting baguette basically.
Oh,
He was doing, yeah, that was it. He was doing that, and we were like, stop.
Yeah,
They were
we're
lovely
probably
too,
we're
they
probably
thought it was
banned from
hilarious.
France. We're probably banned from France
Yeah.
after our last
Yeah,
video.
we're not going back. He's not going back anyway.
I mean, it was a bit of a sad story to be fair, because the year before, I know I mentioned my favorite band probably, or bit of an influence is Fouls and Mods. Well, they were playing.
They were headlining, weren't they?
They were headlining 2021, and we were scheduled to play that year. And we got to the port in Portsmouth to get on the ferry, and they wouldn't let me on because I didn't have my COVID pass set up correctly on my phone.
Oh,
You had it, didn't you? But you just didn't have
I
one
had
part of it.
Yeah, but I didn't like verify my account properly. I didn't realize there was a difference between like the domestic pass and an international pass. So I'd set up my domestic one and stuff, and I went to show them. They were like, "Oh no, you need to use that one there."
Yeah.
Went to click on it, and usually it says it takes like 45 minutes to verify your account or verify your identity to link it to your account. So I was like, "Fucking right, no, doing this ASAP." And then it didn't come through for a long time. So we'd missed all the ferries by this point. So we hammered it from I hammered it from Portsmouth to Folkestone to try and get like the early morning underground, not the underground, the Eurotunnel.
Eurotunnel,
So hammered it down to Folkestone. We slept in the van overnight.
Worst sleep
Worst
ever.
sleep ever.
Oh god, it was horrendous. It's in a lay-by.
In a lay-by, and the van was obviously full of all the equipment as well, all of our gear. So I was slept in the back across all of the equipment.
I was in the footwell.
You're in the footwell. Liam was on the front, wasn't he?
Hugh was on the
Hugh
seats
was
on the back.
seats in the back. So, and it was obviously really hot on there as well. Anyway, got to the morning. My app still hadn't verified, so I was like, "Okay, sorry lads, I'm really, really sorry, but
It was alright.
we're not going." And then we were driving home, got on the 25, about 45 minutes, and it dinged up on my phone saying it's all verified. So I missed out by like an hour being able to go that year. But
luckily they were really good about it, weren't they?
they were really messaging saying
it was
really, really
awesome,
sorry. Like I've ballsed up big time. Most real.
Do you reckon that was when the government running all their COVID data on bloody Excel?
It was.
Yeah,
it was.
It was
because
you were so angry.
I
Weren't
was. It was my fault, but I was angry that it wouldn't go through quickly, And obviously, what it was is they'd just gone home for the night. They obviously weren't doing it between 6 and 9 in the morning. As soon as someone logged in at 9, accept on a button on their app, and just
See you later.
yeah, did it.
Yeah, God
so
forbid they
it was
automated it.
infuriating. Yeah, imagine that.
Fucking bureaucracy.
Anyway, yeah, so that happened. We didn't make it in the end, but we obviously had a redemption arc the next year, and
Yeah, it was worth it, wasn't it? Definitely.
good.
Europe's
That's absolutely
good.
awesome, man. Yeah, we're yet to get outside the UK. Callum's never actually been outside the UK ever, so I want to take him places, boys.
Never left.
Do it. If you get the option to do it. It's definitely worth it. It's a lot of hassle, but once you do it, it is completely worth it. Like, it's a shame, obviously, with Brexit and stuff, because you could have just gone. It makes it a bit more difficult, but it's still worth doing. Like,
Yeah,
the crowds is different as well.
yeah, it's
Like,
yeah.
they're different. Different
Did you
places.
guys did you have to get a work
Speaking
visa
to-
for that, did you?
We didn't for France because we were only there for a certain time.
If you're there for more than a set period, you have to get a carnet, I think.
Yeah.
Don't you?
And if you don't travel with your instruments or something, basically you have to what you take over you have to bring back. You can't bring anything else back. You're not supposed to take merch,
Yeah.
things like that. Basically, yeah, it's like if you're going on holiday and you take a tent or something like that, you're okay. But if you have too much, it's a bit of a woolly kind of thing, really. We're okay. They check the back of the van and stuff like that for anyone trying to jump in.
Yeah.
But it was we were fine.
I bet that's more common.
But I
than
think
we
if you,
realise that,
yeah,
it still
it
makes
is.
you really worried though. Like,
Yeah, we were like,
sure
oh
there's
no.
What if there is someone there?
The thing is, though, it was our side as well. When we got over to France, it was just like, oh, we're over. Okay. Got back here, and it was like, hang on a minute. Okay, sorry, sir.
The good
But
thing
yeah,
is,
they were fine.
I don't speak French, so when they're shouting your shit, get off the stage, mate. I can't actually understand. That's what they mean. So it's brilliant.
It was great, but I had an amp failure while I was there as well.
Yeah.
My fucking SVT blew. Well, I don't even know what happened, but it basically blew up on stage. But
it went a bit
we
funny.
were listening to it. There's a recording of one of the songs that we were playing while we were there, and you don't even notice.
It's
And there's
one
me
of those
like shit, like twiddling with the amp, like come on, what's going on? But through the PA, it was fine. It was
Yeah.
just the on stage was just like, oh god, I think I had a ground loop or something.
Yeah,
But-
sort of fizzled, didn't it?
So I was sweating on stage, like this is the biggest crowd ever, and I fucked it up.
I didn't feel nervous beforehand, but then when we started playing, I was like, I'm going to drop my pick any second. Like,
Liam looked like he was
Yeah,
about to
man.
throw up. We were all outside, like round the back, like waiting to play, and nobody was talking to each other. We were just like, okay,
Oh,
okay. Hugh was like pacing up down, like chain smoking, like
Yeah, man.
I was just stood there like, Liam looked like he was just sitting. And then you went on, and I walked on and looked up, and I was like, ah, fuck.
Oh.
But as soon as that first note goes, you're fine.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I said
It's
I
a
was
weird
good-
thing,
I
that,
was
isn't
alright,
it?
I was pretty buzzing, but like as soon as we started playing, I went the opposite. I went like from up here to like, oh my god, how to play guitar?
It's those first songs, isn't it, that you play where it's just you playing. And
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah, it's the little quiet bits. You like, I've got to nail this now.
can't miss any strings like I did on Friday.
We try and put like one of our most well rehearsed tracks, or one that we've been playing the longest first, just to get warmed up through, just to make sure, because especially if you like, I don't know if you guys have had these kind of shows where you turn up and you're literally on stage in 5 minutes, and it's like sometimes it's a bit of a nutty sort of fucking play, a bit of a shit show. We've had gigs where we've turned up, no line check or anything, we're just straight on the stage. And so thank God we have that
Oh,
song
yes,
that we
we've
all
had
know
them.
we can warm up to, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah,
Without it, you'd be
Yeah,
like,
we do that usually, don't we?
we used to do that all the time. We had Kenosha, didn't we? Was our opening song. But since we put our new album out, we thought, why don't we try and play the first 4 songs like in
Flat,
order,
yeah.
like straight off the
That's it.
album, like straight as the first 4. And we, although it's been written for fucking years, we're still a bit, yeah, still a bit new in a way. But I think
Engaged brain.
once
kind of.
once we play it a few more times, we'll.
Yeah, I mean, we've only played 2 shows this
We're
year. So.
meant to, yeah, I'm talking about it. I've got no idea, have I?
yeah, man, let's get another show
That's
booked in with
awesome.
you guys, man. I enjoyed your guys' sets so much. Like, we always try and book
Yeah,
bands. I don't
thanks,
know about
man.
you guys. We always try and book bands that we really want to like listen to ourselves, because a big part of it, and obviously none of us are making money really at this point. So a big part of it for me is like, let's fucking book someone we'd go to see anyway. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, man, exactly. We
Yeah.
did that for years, and when the railway was open, we were kind of like the first band that put shows on at the railway.
Yeah.
It was the owners before Kelly and Ian that we had a show at the Mermaid that was another venue in Yeovil, now shut.
And the railway's now shut.
And that shut, yeah. But the Mermaid shut, and we were like, shit, we haven't got anywhere to play. So we messaged. There was a woman called Paula at the railway, and we had a band from London called Oak coming down, and we were like, we don't want to cancel this. Like, can you put us on? Kind of thing. She was like, yeah, this is great. Yeah, go for it. And I don't think at the time they really had music on.
No.
So we put the show on, and it was absolutely fucking nuts. Like, it was
Yeah.
nuts. We sold probably like £200 worth of merch just that night.
Nice.
Like
Yeah,
they
we
had,
did,
like
yeah.
everybody bought t-shirts and stuff. We were like, what the hell's going on?
That's
Like,
crazy.
and it was so loud. It was proper like it was really like feral almost, wasn't it? It was,
It was, and the thing I remember from that gig is they weren't really pissed off, but they were joking that they'd missed all the England game because it was
Yeah.
the day during the World Cup that England were playing. They're
Yeah.
like, fucking hell, you got to drive down from London on the hottest bastard day of the year.
yeah.
And we missed England playing. What fucking town is this we're in now?
Yeah. First song, he had his shirt off and he was fucking screaming, and we were like, yeah, this is why you came down.
Hell
But it was
yeah.
great, and we used to do that quite a lot. And then when Kelly and Ian took over, they were really good at
Yeah.
kind of like putting shows on and for us, and they were great for us as well. And sadly, it's gone again now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
we
And,
played there a few times, didn't we, Cal? It was always really welcoming there. Played with Rally in there on the Christmas one, and yeah, man, that was a
Yeah.
cool
Yeah.
venue. That enjoyed
It was
there.
it was really good, and we obviously the Kennet Fest you played was the first one at the Duke of York, but we had a
Right,
couple
yeah.
of Kennet Fests. It's been going for years, really.
Yeah, it has,
There was a
yeah.
venue called the Beach in Yeovil, and we put 2 nights on once, and it was absolutely rammed like throughout that.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a
And-
bit of something going for a while, didn't we?
Yeah,
You
the
know?
venues keep shutting around it. We
Yeah,
were
they
saying
do.
like we're cursed now. Like every time we put a show on somewhere, it's shut.
Yeah.
But like I said, we don't play that many like local shows really anymore. But when we
No.
do, it was good. Like Friday was brilliant.
Friday
like,
was fantastic.
yeah, it was really good.
yeah, man.
Night.
Yeah, do you know what I find
Tom
with
Peppard
Yeovil?
was funny as shit.
Oh, Peppard's a
It's
legend.
funny, isn't it?
I really
So
like
funny.
the idea that we brought Tom Peppard to a conservative club. I'm so proud of
Yeah.
that. I'm just that was so good. Honestly, they're
Yeah.
one of the most welcoming venues I think we've played ever. They're clearly they're new to putting on shows. It's not something they've really done before. But the guys there, like, so accommodating. They give us a bit of a budget to
Yeah,
help
Zoe-
out, and they marketed.
Yeah.
But they just need some equipment, I think, and they could keep that going. They might be the only thing Gibble's got at the moment, from my understanding.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully
so.
they do. Hopefully they do. I know some people are quite kind of reluctant to kind of go there that I've seen on Facebook and stuff. But I mean, there's somewhere to play. Like, there's all these other places are shutting down. There's somewhere to play. Make it your own. Like, I know it's political and things like that, but
that's the thing.
try and
isn't
make it work.
Not once have I been in there and there's been any politics from them. And I know that they're losing that affiliation. I think they've just got a holdover from the old members who used to go there, because they've obviously rebranded and they're like under private name and everything now. So for me, it's like, actually, why would we want to cause further divide by not going there? Why not go there and show them a good time? You know what I mean? And I think actually there were quite a few of the old lot that seemed to be maybe the old Conservative Club members who've hung around for the shows and were having a great time.
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
I bet they didn't really have any kind of exposure to that before. It's quite nice that we're able to do that in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. And the venue, like I say, the venue is so easy to work with.
Yeah, Zoe's great. It was Zoe, I think, that I spoke to. She was brilliant. Like, yeah, really good. They got their stuff together, which is good. More than can be said for some of the other venues in the Oval.
Yeah.
You email or you go in. You had a problem with one of the venues where they even went in and spoke to them, said, "Oh yeah, this would be good. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that." Message them, nothing. Message them, nothing. Message them, nothing. Message them with about a week to go. "Oh yeah, we can't do it now." "Oh, okay, right, great, yeah, thanks." Like,
That's the worst.
Was like,
yeah, it's like,
I need you to tell me.
we've got these bands coming. It's like, are we gonna have a show or not?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, you can't do it now. Okay, thanks then. It's just common courtesy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Man.
I'm not going to drink there anymore. I'll tell you
that. Yeah, damn right.
Name it for. Won't name that venue for.
No.
Fairness. It was definitely a bit of an annoyance, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Every time we put shows
no
on, people
professional
seem
in
to
that.
like it, and the venues like it. So it's their loss.
I think just people in for the last few years just don't reply. Like, you call up a tradie to do something on your house, you need a sparky or something, or something doing, and they're just like, just ghost you. Everyone just ghosts you. And you're like, am I just? Can I not type a number properly? Or, like, have I got a big red flag saying don't reply to this guy on my number? Like, I don't know. In general, just don't reply to you anymore. It's infuriating.
Yeah.
It does seem to be a thing now.
There are. Yeah. You need to find a guy that you know, and that's it, don't you?
Yeah.
And they've got
That's
their
the
people
way.
that just ignore everybody. It's just life, isn't it? Really, people just aren't as nice as they used to be, I think. But
you guys playing a lot of shows down Bournemouth way, or?
Yeah, we just did an EP release show a few weeks ago. That was at the Bear Cave. That was real fun. Enjoyed that one. Enjoy every show, but I'm like, yeah, I enjoyed that one. Fucking every show's fun.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're like, that was hard. But no, they've been pretty easy lately. They've been nice. We've been organised. All the bands have been incredible. We had our friend Ben Francis on for that one. Came up to sing Kryptonite with us, which was nice. We also had a band from Bournemouth called Chimp House, who were fantastic. They're kind of a younger group. They're doing like the sort of, I guess it's quite punky, wasn't it? Kind of, but they've also got kind of
that indie
that
vibe.
kind of indie, but a little bit
indie
Queens of the Stone Agey as well. A little bit of this, that.
A bit
blend.
of Blink as well.
Bit of Blink, yeah.
I think
okay,
but not like they just sound exactly like Blink. But
yeah.
You can
And then
tell
we
they
had-
listen to Blink.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And then we had just before us, we had Andromedus on, and they're good, man.
I fucking love Andromedus.
yeah,
dude.
they're making some. They're getting some track. Didn't they play a download
Yeah, man, they opened the
or
festival.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear that.
That's
Yeah, they're
a
making some progress.
Fucking
Good.
cool encounter. Imagine that, like opening download festival. That's not bad for the old CV, is it?
Not bad.
Yeah, man.
Connor's going on tour with, isn't he?
Yeah, guy who's we've become friends with, who does our photography and stuff.
Connor,
I think he's off
legend.
on tour with them. Yeah,
That's built
Yeah,
Connor.
he's off on tour
He's
with them,
built Connor to us. He's fucking ripped.
he is. Yeah,
the most
Yeah,
ripped
it is
photographer I've
actually.
seen in
It's
my
a
life, dude. The most
Yeah, we
stable
did
hands
our,
you'll ever see.
Yeah. We did our photo shoot with him, didn't we? On like
Yes.
was it like a Saturday morning in Langport,
Summer.
Somerton, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was the first time he'd done like stills
It
kind of thing.
was. It was.
He did a
yeah.
hell of a good job. Hell of a good.
And he's great,
really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
We had a bit of a
I was
hangout with him
happy
at
to come
Download
there
this
and,
year, and we were all pretty wrecked. He's a good fun, good laugh as well. Nice.
Who did
No.
you enjoy most at Download this year?
Weirdly, for me, it was Bring Me the Horizon.
Oh yeah.
I've never really been their biggest fan, but honestly, they brought the thunder this year. I thought they were absolutely phenomenal live, and yeah, I felt so let down by Metallica the night before that I think that gave Bring Me the Horizon a boost in my
Yeah,
estimation.
fair dues.
Yeah,
I
man.
think Bring Me they were amazing. Like they put on a set. Like it wasn't just the music, but like I think the whole artistry behind it as well was
Yeah.
cool. Like they made it more of a show, like an actual big stage show, than just like playing like song after song. Like the whole Church of the can't remember what it was called.
Man, that was
Gen-
bugging
Gen
us
X or
all
whatever it
day,
was.
that thing. Yeah, the Genexus thing. I was like, what the fuck is that? They keep playing it over the radio. I'm like, what is that cringe? Why are they talking about fish and chips? And then Bring Me came on, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, very cool.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
It was them.
Yeah, man.
I thought it was really cool. I think the Thursday, sorry, with Metallica. I think like I had a little theory that James was just a bit sketchy after coming out.
Yeah.
He's not come out of rehab that long, is he? I think.
Oh, maybe it's
And
that.
I think he was a bit like hesitant at the start. He wasn't his old sort of yeah. He was a bit.
For me,
anyway,
they
here's
came
another
across
song.
like they were bored, and I gave up on
Yeah,
them
they
pretty quick.
definitely
To be
felt
honest.
like that.
They didn't really
But I
seem to
think-
want to
I
be
think
there
they
too
almost
much.
had a completely different vibe on the Saturday. I felt like it was more energy on the Saturday than the Thursday. I don't know whether they just clicked
Hopefully,
or
they watched
something
Bring Me.
after playing and thought, oh fuck, we got to up our game. Yeah, this
Yeah,
Ollie
man.
Sykes kid from Sheffield's absolutely destroying it. I need to.
Yeah.
What I thought was a bit crazy was Ollie Sykes shouting out, "You're all pussy." It was a bit
Yeah,
"Oh
like his
God, you're
opening
gonna piss
line.
someone off,
Come on,
mate."
pussios.
The old boys at the back are
first
probably
thing he
angry.
said.
I think so.
That's great,
and
man.
then Slipknot on the
They're
Sunday
real
were-
fun. So not always good.
Yeah, they were good. They were good. To be fair, enjoyed
Yeah, I
them.
think they were super tight. Corey obviously had his issues with the voice, but still pulled through for like a 2-hour set. I'm like, well, fucking
Yeah, it was good to be fair this year. I thought he was. You
On it,
could tell
man.
he had a bad. I didn't think I could tell he had a bad voice, but
The only
I
one
can't
where
sing
it
or
kind of
scream,
showed
so
up was
I wouldn't know anyway, would I?
Snuff, I think.
Oh yeah. That dropped it right down, didn't it? To be fair.
That's hard, man. That's a
Wasn't
hard
quite-
song to sing with a sore throat. That like,
Yeah, definitely.
beautiful though. We all sang
but
it
apart
for him.
from
It's all good.
It was loud. To be fair,
Yeah.
Who's your favourite band you saw?
who's my favorite band? They're not my favorite band, but who surprised me was Ice Nine Kills.
Yes.
I remember you saying about that.
I haven't really listened to them at all, but I thoroughly enjoyed their set. It's not the sort of band I
man.
would ever like go on Spotify or YouTube and be like, I'm gonna listen to Ice Nine Kills.
So
I never do that. But actually, the set was banging. To be fair, like it was just enjoyable. It was just like, this is really, really surprisingly good. To be
yeah, man. I really
I
like them.
thought
They're
Polaris
another
were
band
very
with
good.
themes. They're really exciting. So just on Ice Nine Kills, they were for me as well a big highlight because our mate who was at the Oval show, Dan, short chap with the curly hair and a beard, he was
yeah.
banging on
Yeah.
about Ice and good lad. He was banging on about Ice Nine Kills for like a year before we finally got to Download, and I was like, all right, I'll come see him with you. And I was like, shit, they're really good. Made me check out some of their music videos and stuff, and they do that whole like their albums are storytelling albums as well, which I really like. That.
yeah,
That's cool. Yeah.
like horror themes and stuff, isn't it? Really? And
Yeah, man. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's quite accessible, even though it's really heavy, which was quite nice.
I think I had the wrong idea about what they were going to be. I think I've just been put off by something I'd heard and wasn't anything like I thought I was going to get from the experience. So, yeah, it was really, really surprisingly good.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And what was the band you were about to say?
I was going to say I really enjoyed Polaris. They
missed them.
played on first opening act on the Friday, I think.
Yeah, I missed them. I meant to go
Saturday?
see
One or
him, and I think I was fucked.
Understandable. But yeah, their guitarist only he died
Passed away, yeah.
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I got a bit sad the other day because I was loading up my Archetype Gojira, my DSP plug, neural DSP plugin on our recording software. I was going through the presets and like his name Ryan Sue like popped up. I was like, oh, that's
Oh,
sad,
no.
actually, you know.
Yeah, it's not-
But yeah, clicked through and had a few little solos on some of the he'd kind of done on that. To be fair, but yeah, they were really surprisingly really good as well. Fantastic, and Parkway Drive were always really good as well. Big sound, and you know, always they're quite anthemic now. And
Yeah,
think
I agree.
it's nice they've moved away from their old school metalcore roots in a way, but
I have a weird
They've got
sort
big,
of.
big stadium stuff, haven't
they
they?
have, yeah.
Yeah, they nailed it, and honestly, they looked like because they were main support, weren't they? Or were they before Architects? I can't remember. But were they on the
Can't
Friday
remember
or
either.
the Saturday? I
I
can't
think it
remember
was
now.
Saturday, but I can't remember.
Yeah,
as
either
well.
way, they had a massive crowd, absolutely huge crowd, and like it's quite
Yeah.
a specific type of music from people who live on the other side of the planet, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of people, man. Yeah,
Yeah, they got a huge cult following, haven't they? Really,
yeah, dude.
crazily.
I got into them.
Then
I
he
think
came
when
right out into
Sleepwalking
the-
came out,
this-
and Sleepwalker, I like that. That was a banging
Yeah,
album.
that was. Yeah,
Is that which album was that? The Black and Blue one?
is that Deep Blue?
Deep Blue.
Yeah, Deep Blue.
I think so.
Samsara, Sleepwalking. Yeah, good album. That's my favourite album. But they don't play anything from it anymore, do they?
They're barely.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, man, Download was cracking this year. I know there was a lot of issues with traffic and stuff, but I thought getting into the festival itself was so much easier. Like, 'cause we got there fairly early. We parked up, and within half an hour of being parked, we were setting up tents. I couldn't believe it. Like, normally there's a 6-hour queue, and it was
Yeah.
just half an hour. Like, okay.
Yeah, we didn't queue at all. We had no. I think we got there just after midday because I made the boys get up early because I was like, I'm not getting there late because it's going to be a nightmare this year. But I just kind of had a feeling it was going to be bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got there nice and early. We left it like, and bit of a queue getting into the festival on the way in, but we had the tunes on in the car and smashing out a bit
Yeah,
of
man.
singing and stuff. So it was good fun. We got in there, walked down straight in, like no queuing whatsoever. Long ass walk up the hill because we were in the blue field.
We were
and
in
there's, like,
blue.
a huge.
Yeah.
Weird. So
Did
know
you
that
did you
huge
park in
hill that goes
Southwest
up?
Car Park?
Yeah, it's just the
Yeah.
other side of the fence. Like get over and then go pick it up when we're inside.
Man, it was,
Um,
yeah.
But yeah, we had a trolley, and on the way in it was absolutely fine. Loaded it up, and on the way back out on the Monday morning, the wheel kind of came off like right on the last little bit before we got to the van. So that was a bit of a depressing.
I
just
think I
completely
might have
overloaded
walked
it
past you, you know.
Just that little laugh.
We had
What are you
a
doing?
big wheels on our trolley this year. I got a lead from my
Did you?
previous one. So I bought like the monster truck of festival trolleys. It's so good.
To be fair, mine was probably the same. It had these huge chunky wheels on it,
Mm.
but I think I loaded it with like 200 kilos worth of shit. And yeah, it just hit a bump, it rolled a little bit, and then it
Buckles.
like snapped clean off the axle, and it rolled over, and I felt. And then I went to get the van. I was like, I can get the van. Wait here. Got to the van, and what pissed me off even more is some dickhead stole my hubcaps off the van
Oh, did he?
in the car park. Yeah.
Oh no.
So I've had these little dice ones. So I got them, and they're not that cool. They're a bit shitty, but quite a bit of a knob. They're a bit worn in, and it's quite nice. And got back to the van. I was like, that's pissed me off even more than the trolley making. How low you come to download and walk through.
Get two little dice.
Yeah, nabs and little dice off of someone's
What the
wheels.
fuck,
Yeah.
dude, did you see the
So,
guys
I
who
knew
were
we did it.
chased through Blue Camp? Some guys broke into the festival. They were trying to nick shit from people's tents.
Oh.
And
Oh, I didn't see that. No.
we were part of a security chase. It's a shame Aaron's not here, but we helped
Well,
get
you
them
chased them as
caught.
well, did you?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, we sort of, yeah, it was. We helped corner them in, shall we say? But basically, when they were caught, like they were being dragged back through by the security, and everyone was going, "Hey, fucking wanker, get out!" Like, hundreds of people. Felt good.
That'll be a song then.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, Callum, have you got any questions? I'm aware we've just overrun a bit, so if you want to get any questions out, you've got.
Well, I know Marie's said one. If you want to do Marie's question.
Yes, can we? I've pinned it.
She said, "Is there any band you'd like to play with? Any band in the world?"
Thousand Mods actually missed out last year. 100% want to get back on a show with those guys. That'd be pretty ace. To be fair.
Yeah.
How about you?
That'd be really good. Yeah. UK bands. I'd like to play with Cyclona, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really good. And we'd love to play Desert Fest as well. Whoever would be on there, but it's very difficult to get hold of anyone that works there.
True. Very difficult.
But yeah, 1,000 Mods, I reckon it'd be.
I think that's an obtainable.
That'd be good.
As well, to be fair.
Or anything John Garcia does, maybe.
Yeah, Hermano.
Well, Ripple Music are putting out a reissue of Hermano, one of their older albums, which is John Garcia, and so that would be awesome if they came over. We could try and jump on that, but you never know.
That'd be crazy. Do a little duet, Liam.
Yeah.
And
We played with Nick
JG.
Oliveri in
Yeah.
Bournemouth a few years ago.
Yeah, we had a crack
Yeah,
with
it's
it. Did you have the
definitely-
acoustic or the
Yeah,
band?
It was the
Yeah,
acoustic one.
Yeah.
That's something.
Drank a bottle of
That's
tequila on stage.
mental. Yeah.
Nuts. Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that in my whole life.
Yeah, it's pretty mental.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, that one. No, he was a nice guy.
I think that was at the Anvil, wasn't it? And we played there. We got asked to play quite a few gigs there in a few years, didn't we?
Yeah, with Choff on it.
With Choff, yeah. We played with Sasquatch, who were incredibly loud.
Yeah.
I think I've still got like a bit of like ringing from that gig in my ear.
That was horrendously loud.
Yeah, it was crazy loud. Monolord.
Mothership.
Monolord, yeah. They were both.
That was good, yeah.
Monolord were loud as well.
Yeah, they were.
Mothership were amazing.
Lovely
Anvil's
people,
pretty
they were really
loud.
great.
We all had the same guitar as well.
Yeah, yeah.
3 different bands we got, which is quite funny.
We had that with Callum's bass.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, everyone's got my bass. We was
Yeah.
you crock up and say, "Oh, he's got Thunderbird. Oh, I've got a Thunderbird." We did play that gig where I think there was 4 of us and everyone had a Thunderbird. Like, it was ridiculous.
It's a good bass.
It is.
Yeah,
really
It's a
big.
great
They
bass.
look cool as well, to be fair.
Yeah, Hugh's got a Thunderbird, hasn't
He has, yeah.
he? Yeah.
I'd love to get
International
Firebird.
rescue there.
South Version. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
But yeah, so yeah, Cyclona, 1,000 Mods.
Yeah.
Anything JG, if he gets over here, would be cool.
Yeah. Queens of Stone Age would be great.
Imagine
But-
that.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's a long way off.
For now.
if ever.
I'm sure you guys would probably be the same. So
Oh man, I'd love to play with Queens of the Stone Age, dude.
Yeah.
Any day of the week. Yeah. Foo Fighters would be another one as well.
Like-
Quite like
Shit myself playing West Hill Fest. I don't know if I can play
Yeah.
with Queens.
that. Damn right. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah. So anything like that, really. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I think so.
Desert Fest, yeah. Get to Psycho Las Vegas in America. That'd be pretty cool if we could do that. That's a big sort of stoner desert fest.
Freak Valley in Germany, that would be good.
Yes. Yeah.
There's lots. There is one I did see in Spain called it's like Tabernas, I think it's called. And it's played outside like an old western, like I don't know, like saloon kind of thing. And it's like out front of that in Spain. It looks amazing.
That's
And I was like,
fantastic. that.
maybe we should apply to that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It looks so.
Yeah.
It just looked awesome. If you do, we're definitely bringing Connor along.
Yeah, dude.
Get a freebie. It's like Duna Jam, isn't it?
Yeah,
That looks. I think that's
Fair-
invite only.
like a beach, isn't it?
Just or beach or in the hills, isn't it? Or they've done it in the mountains.
Yeah.
Their bands like I'd love to play with Color Haze. That'd be incredible.
Mm.
What experience that would be.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
But yeah, that they've just got like on the beach, haven't they?
Yeah,
You know, there's,
just set
there's
up.
guitar amps and drums set up, and there's people just chilling. They're having a smoke or just
A beer or
watching,
whatever, yeah.
dancing. Yeah, it does so. Cool. But I think that's invite only, so
Yeah.
slim chance of
If
that.
anyone's listening,
Man, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Callum, I don't think we've answered that one actually. Do you want to take that one on, mate? Are there any bands in particular you'd want to play with at the moment?
I don't know.
Yes.
I think Muse.
Muse.
Definitely 100% Muse.
They were so good this year as
That'd be
well.
hard. Yeah, that'd be a big life goal, wouldn't it?
That'd be good. Yeah.
Maybe when they're like 60, and then we can tag
Not
along.
long now.
Used to that point. Wait, did you
I
guys?
know
go to
Matt
watch
Bellamy
them?
from the future.
Did you go to watch them this year?
Milton Keynes,
On their
man,
tour.
yeah.
Did you?
That is the best
Nice.
I've seen them play, and I mean I've only seen them a few times, but they brought like an absolutely fantastic show, and it's right in with our kind of theming. It was all like dystopian revolutions and suppression and
Yeah.
governments and shit, and it was so fucking good. It was so good.
Nice.
I watched him in Plymouth, and
Mm.
like apart from the management, which was awful, like the whole experience getting into the stadium to watch him was shocking.
Yeah, that was
The
so
set
good.
the set was amazing, like fantastic. It was just superb. Can't fault them at all, really. It was a hell of a
They're so
great
good
show.
live.
Yeah, insane. And just Matt Bellamy running up and down the middle
Constantly,
concourse,
right?
you
Yeah.
know, and just like soloing, like running. I'd need a minute to catch my breath, and
Yeah,
I'd
dude.
miss all the notes. I'd probably trip over,
Yeah,
pull the wireless out.
It's also they
It's just
make
like-
their
he's
own
just a
instruments
whistler.
as well. It's fucking crazy. They had like the
Yeah.
touchpad on the glove and all sorts as a MIDI controller, which was sick.
That's not.
Yeah, Hugh knows quite a lot about that, doesn't he? I think. Or do you know? No, I think he knows where they make them and stuff. Because they make them in the southwest, don't they? I'm sure they do.
Expect so.
Now I'm
From,
curious.
like near Exeter, aren't they? Or
Yeah, I think
somewhere
so.
like that.
Yeah, they're cool guitars though.
Yeah, they are cool. They're really
I
cool.
wouldn't know how to use it though. I'd probably be more annoying than anything, isn't it? Just
Yeah.
in between songs, just hitting the touchpad all the time, making noises.
Greg used to have a whammy pedal, which I think your guitarist possibly has one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, he
spotted
does,
it
yeah.
on Saturday, and he was really annoying with it, so we made him get rid of it. Thank God.
Man, yeah, it can get fucking annoying. But to be fair, Stevie, it was like when he first got it, it was annoying. But now he's it's an older toy
I
now,
haven't
you
been
know.
the same since I got rid of it. I'm still mourning the loss of that pedal. I might have to go on reverb if I can buy it back from him. To be fair.
We do
A one-man band pedal, basically.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Totally removes me from the whole band.
Dip down. It sounds like you've shit yourself.
We do like a Royal
Oh,
Blood
yeah.
cover at some shows. We do 10-ton Skeleton, so we use it for that normally. And a few solos here and there.
We mainly uses it so he just doesn't
Yeah.
have to tune from like
Also,
from D,
yeah.
drop D to drop C. You can just does the octave.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, then he just slams it down.
Okay.
That does save some time. We try and be very like efficient on our live set in terms of guitar changes and stuff like that. I always try and make sure I've got something to say, or there's like a backing track, or something in between songs. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, that made life a lot easier when he did start doing that. To be fair.
Yeah.
I think we only play in C standard these days, so I only take one
Nice.
guitar and I pray I don't break a string.
You have before, though.
I have done. I used to be terrible for breaking strings all the time. When we used to do covers back in the day as like a different band, I wouldn't take more than one guitar really. I'd still just take one guitar and it would start on E standard, maybe get down to I don't know, drop B for like a Slipknot or Stone Sour song at one point, and by the end of the set be back in E standard again. And the strings were just screaming like, "What are you doing? You're stretching me now. You're loosening me." And yeah, I used to go through strings.
That's the Riley Reid of guitar strings. Absolutely abused.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So.
I'll wait for
but
that
yeah,
one to
I'm really
get clipped.
bad at strings.
Sorry.
You did break one at the bread shed, didn't you, in
I
Manchester?
did. Yeah. And I think
Revolution.
I changed it in like 2 minutes flat.
Yeah, that's quick.
But then you're pulling it during the set, trying to get it back in tune. And it
Yeah.
keeps going out. You're looking at your tuner, and it's like, why is that? Why is that an F? Should be a D sharp. It's.
I played that
Tune
whole.
it.
I played that whole. I bought a new tuner back
Oh,
along
no, yeah.
for a show we played with Marassa Molasses in where was it? Reading.
Face out.
And I don't know. When sometimes you I don't know, Callum, if you get it as well, you just complete brain fade of what tuning you're supposed to be in, and I tuned all of my
He's done that.
all of my strings to like like they're all sharp. And we were playing, and I was looking at Greg, like, what the hell's going on? My tuner's broken. Tuner's broken. What's happened? And he was like, plug it into mine. Plugged it into his. Like after a song, he's like, you fucking idiot. You're like half. I was like, oh yeah.
I think I went to say it's out by. I was about to say it's out by half a step, and he just went, "It's out by." Yep, I know. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, that was bad. That was played a whole song with it, and I was like, shit, this is not good.
Yeah, it does happen.
Yeah.
You know, you get flustered and you're trying to then transpose it. Like when you break a string and you're in the middle of a solo, and you're like, okay, I've got to play this all on one string now.
Yeah.
I've never done this before. You know, it's like one of those things you don't build into your contingency plan when you're practicing, do you? But
When your amp blows up.
or when your amp blows up, yeah, you know.
We did have a show
Well,
like that in
we think the
Ilfracombe.
worst-
Stevie just what was it? His guitar strings went twice in the same set, and the tuner wasn't
no.
working in his guitar, and it was on a Floyd Rose, and it was like, oh.
Yeah, and his
I think-
his string
Oh,
snaps on
God.
his Floyd Rose, isn't it? And that's like a whole thing.
Yeah. It went twice though, didn't it? Because
Yeah, 'cause
I
it's
ended up
two
saying,
different
right, give us
guitars.
10 minutes, we're gonna get this shit sorted out, and
Yeah.
we'll be back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Like Floyd Rose
Passed
is
it
like
off
at
as
least
an
2
opportunity to
working
hit the
turnaround
bar, you
to
know?
restring, isn't it? That's funny.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We've we've not had anything luckily for a little while. I've not anyway, but
Mine's just amps.
you've
That's
always
weird.
got something you
Yeah,
somehow.
don't buy an amp egg. They sound great, but they break a lot.
Mm.
Your new one's alright.
Yeah, the new one's alright. But that went as well. The ground loop. I think that was my pedal board though. I fucking did something wrong.
Yeah.
It's always something.
Get flustered. It's easy to. I think when we were doing covers back in the day, we were supposed to be playing Symphony of Destruction by Megadeth, and I played the completely wrong song for about 2 minutes before I realised
Oh.
what's going on. Why is everyone else stopped and I'm still playing?
Well, you play Children of the Grave on the wrong string.
God.
That wasn't good. Been through it all.
Yeah, and let's go back to what we said earlier. You know, small gig to 4 people.
Builds character.
It does build character. You know,
Yeah, it
making
certainly
gigs
does,
live
yeah.
and coming back. It's not what you want to do. You know, that's striving with professionalism. But there is a slip up every now and again and stuff. You know,
God, yeah.
you can see that little clip of James Hetfield playing "The Memory Remains," and he switches onto tries to switch his pickup to the right one. It's like a heavy section, but it's got like an acoustic sound, and it's just like,
Shit.
come on, what's going on? 9,000 people just like, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Hard luck.
No matter how much you rehearse, sometimes your brain just shits itself, doesn't it? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it does. It
Oh,
does
yeah.
completely. I was fine coming up to a solo. I think I've
don't
forgotten
know.
how this one goes completely, and then you just have to like say, just take the wheel, and then your fingers do the right thing, don't they? You're fine, but sometimes in the moment you do go a bit farty, I guess.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on with us this evening, and thank you again for playing with us at the weekend. It was great fun.
It was a good.
I don't
time.
think we had-
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no, I said I don't think we got too much chatting at the Canet Fest, so I'm glad we had you guys on this weekend. We were able to actually get to know you a bit more because it's we've been looking forward to playing with you again for quite a while. So yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah,
And
man, we hopefully
think-
we can get some more going at some point.
yeah, dude, if you say you're stuck for the 17th of November, we can always try and sort something out. Maybe if you want something Yeovil way or down here, whatever, give us a shout.
Yeah, possibly.
We're looking at heading to Ilfracombe on the Saturday of that weekend, so we'd love to do maybe even just a support set halfway along the road or something like that. So we can talk about that off air and see what your thoughts are. But if you are struggling for a set there, we can sort something out. Nice one, cool.
man. Sounds good.
Well, yeah, dude. Well, thank you very much again for coming on. Thank you to everyone for watching. Where's our next show, Callum? It's the Cobblestones in Bridgewater on the 26th of August. When are your guys' next show? If you have one, what you got planned, and where can people find you?
Neddy Green.
Oh yeah, Neddy Green in September.
Litcham Matravers.
Uh,
Is it like a campsite? But it's fucking great.
That's what I was on
that's
about.
really good. We played there last year.
Oh,
So it's like in
that
front of the
one.
barn kind of thing. It's like a barn or something in it, and you Just pay for
Yeah.
camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played there last year. Rab from Dead Lettuce has sorted it out, and it was
Oh,
brilliant last year.
nice.
So yeah, we're playing again there this year with Blind River from London,
Blind River, Lettuce.
Mad Honey, us, and Sabres, possibly.
Yeah, Sabres.
Yeah. So that's our next show. It should be really good.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Absolutely
It was
awesome,
bloody good
man.
fun last year. Just playing in the field, then get on the beers afterwards. Can't really go wrong, can you? Really?
Camped out.
Camped
good.
out. Yeah, camped out. It's a bit of a fire circle going on, wasn't there? Bit of acoustic guitar.
Yeah, it was good.
Nice.
Yeah, it was alright. To be fair, it was pretty chill. It was a really good night. And then after that, I think we've got something on the 26th. We're playing in Manchester, aren't we?
Revolution Festival, yeah.
Revolution
Nice.
Festival in Manchester. That's the next one after that. So
And
getting
then
up north.
hopefully tour in November. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fantastic. Well, keep us all up to
Yeah.
date, man. Like, well, if there's a show
Definitely.
local and we can make it, we'll be there.
Yeah,
I think
sweet.
we were
We'll
looking
be
into
in
that
town.
camping one, weren't we, Callum? So
Yeah, well, I
see what
mentioned
the
it
dates are like.
the second they put the thing up. I saw the poster and I was like, like we've
I
played
would
with all of
say
these
that
bands.
it's
I'm
worth
pretty
it.
sure.
It's really good.
Yeah, it does look good.
Not
I-
just saying that from a playing point of view. It's just really fun. It was really good.
Yeah, it was decent.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Where
so
can
those
people
can
find
be
you?
good.
What's your
Definitely.
active socials at the moment?
Well, I rarely post, to be fair, so I just chat shit. So I
We-
think it's Duskwood Music on almost everything, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So we're at Duskwood Music, I think, on Instagram, Facebook.
TikTok.
Oh, you do all the
You
TikTok,
are.
I don't.
yeah.
I don't
You
deal
don't?
with it.
Oh,
We've got one.
We've
but
got one. We've got one, have we?
We've got one. Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that.
Down with the kids now, mate.
Down with the kids. I refuse.
That's a whole quest in itself,
Accept
isn't it?
TikTok as a
TikTok.
medium.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Threads
didn't get it.
next, boys. Here we go. Fuck.
Yeah, so we're at Duskwood Music, I think, on everything.
Dusk-
Bandcamp.
That's
what we're
music.
saying,
Bandcamp,
yeah.
yeah. Bandcamp's probably the best place for us.
Yeah.
Okay, right, guys, go check them out. If you haven't heard of Duskwood, you fucking should. So go and have a look. Thank you guys so much again.
Thank you very much.
We have had a lovely evening with you here. So thank you all for watching,
Yeah,
and
yeah, we
we'll
have.
see you again soon, hopefully.
See you again soon. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks for having us.
Take it easy.
See you later.
Cheers. Bye bye.